On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 116. We're going live on June 30th, 2016. My name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly.
And my name is Craig, and you can find me on Twitter at Craig_H83.
So, it's all good. We always have little mistakes. But guys, big news. I got Obama up on the screen. Yeah, I like that. I just want to keep showing people because I'm so proud of it. But other fun stuff. If you guys remember, Craig was on, oh God, what episode? Episode 96?
I think so.
Yeah, that episode. You'll see it. So he was on previously, and people really liked him. I liked him, so he's back on. Plus, you guys have to go check out his YouTube. You started to do some vlogs, and I watched some of your vlogs, dude. They're freaking good. Like,
Thank you.
I really like them, and you definitely need to check them out, guys. Go subscribe, go spam them with some Flamingo Squad comments, and then make them disable comments on all his videos because it's like just overwhelming. Definitely go check it out. I'll put a link to his channel down below. But without further ado, let's get right into it. We got 7 setups. So first set of the day submitted by Adam. Adam says the main uses for my setup would be homework and gaming, and then he just goes to talk about, you know, all the different specs and stuff that he has. He also said, your episodes have inspired me to fix my setup to look nice, and I really enjoy the show. Thank you. So, taking a look at this, Craig, how old do you think he is?
See, he's got the Minecraft sword, little stuff up on his mirror over here. I'm gonna go 15.
So, this is crazy. This kid is 12 years old.
Really?
Yeah, which right then and there, I mean, his room is huge. You could just tell,
yeah, it is.
Like, the far back shot shows, like, that desk is pretty damn big, but it looks so small. Like, yeah. It's crazy. But initial thoughts regarding the monitors. Do you like it, or do you think it's just over the top?
You know, I hate it. I really do. I hate it. I think the 2 monitors that are far to the right should be the main monitors, whether they're not as big or not. They look like they're the same exact ones, and so I think those should be the main, especially because they're on their own mount.
Yeah, and
then maybe use those others like around the one in the middle, and then have the one up top, and then get rid of that little LG one.
Yeah,
there's no point for that.
The LG one just doesn't fit, especially with the color scheme. It's like, yeah, you could put that to the curb, or you know what? That looks like a kitchen TV. Like when the people have the really small TVs in their kitchen, do something like that. You know, your mom will probably love that. But I mean, yeah, because in his email it says 2 Dell 27-inch monitors, and then he has 1 Asus. It's actually the monitors I use in the shed. So he has one of those. Those are great monitors. And then he also has the old TV. And it's funny, actually, he says we used to use the TV in the kitchen. So, I mean, that's kind of funny.
So his mom gave it to him.
Yeah, okay. Mom's like, get this shit out of my kitchen. So I want to know, are you like, you know, attached to this? You think like, I used to eat Frosted Flakes in front of this TV. I can't get rid of it. Like, I really want to know what's going on there. You got to figure it out, though, because it's just all over the place. It's confusing, but it's not the end of the world. You know, you're 12, you're excited, you're using everything you have, so I can't necessarily blame you. I probably would have done the same thing. Anyways, besides the monitors, what were your thoughts on the setup overall?
I actually really liked it. I like that his room is huge. I love that, and he's got plenty of space to do what he wants with those monitors, but I just think he needs to arrange them differently. I think it looks really good for, I mean, it's a 12-year-old setup, so for a 12-year-old, he did a lot better than I could have. So.
Yeah, right? it really, if you look at the third photo, it shows under the desk. I mean, yeah, sure, some people can argue that it's not the cleanest, but they're managed, they're off the floor, and most 12-year-olds, they couldn't care less about that. So props to you for caring a little bit, and it's a lot of zip ties. So definitely.
Yeah, I spent good money on zip ties.
Yeah, those things. I mean, those things are expensive. A lot of people are complaining about the dresser. I mean, he's 12. I don't think he picked that up. I don't think he has much control over that. And it's funny. He actually has the Phillies bedspread, which is funny because that's my team. So I own the whole thing. So if you want, I could send you.
You own the Phillies, I own Craigslist.
That's how we do. We own him big. But yeah, I do like it. I do think a little bit with personality could be improved. Like the Minecraft sword is cool, but kind of pimp it out. And I was thinking maybe what if you put the PC on the Alex drawer to the left side?
Yeah, I think that would be a really good idea because then he would definitely have the space to do more with those monitors.
Yeah.
So. And
it would make the desk look a lot more like roomy, and it would just be overall a nice addition. But yeah, you have any final thoughts for him?
Just change the monitors up. That's all.
Boom. All right, next set of the day is submitted by Monty. Monty says, I love my setup, and I think it should be on the show. So, okay, cool. We'll put it on the show. Chill out, bro. Chill. He's very fortunate for all the stuff that he has, and he knows that he's spoiled. Okay. And then, yeah, he knows what's up. And then he says, I can't really personalize my setup because I can't take down the pictures that are above. So that is something that I did take points off for. It doesn't matter if you can't take it off. We're judging the actual look of it. And then, yeah, he said that he did try to go for a blue theme, blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts? I mean, how old do you think he is?
How old? I want to say 16.
I don't know what's the theme going on here, but I'm going to say something that will blow everyone's mind. He's 12! He's 12 years old! I swear to God. I mean, when he said he was spoiled, he was not kidding. I mean, he's 12 years old, and those displays alone, I know so many people that would die for that are like, 10 years older than him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now that you know he's 12, did it change? What do you think about this?
The mess makes sense now. It makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Wow. That blows my mind. Okay, yeah. It's messy, but since he's 12, I understand it. Not all 12-year-olds are all tidy in that. So
it's crazy. I mean, my first initial thoughts when I looked at this were, why does he have two mouse pads? Two mice. Really, the right side is a complete and utter mess. So is the left. The garbage can is spewing out. Yeah, it's disgusting. Everything is placed in such a terrible spot. Like the MacBook's in a bad spot. I feel like the console and the PC are in a bad spot. You have awesome stuff. I'm pretty sure that could be a knockoff, but that's like the Philips Bloom or Iris or one of those things. In the corner, and it's those things are expensive. And he's got he's got the Magic Mouse in the corner that I'm seeing now. So he doesn't care about that either. He's got incense and all these. I don't know. He's just obviously spewing money out of his asshole, and he's like,
guess so.
Yeah, he's just loving life right now. So, if this was your setup, what's the first thing you're gonna do to make it better? Besides cleaning all the nasty stuff up.
I would figure out a different way to use both ultra wides, because for ultra wides, I'm not a huge fan of having them right next to each other. But I think there's a lot of stuff that could be if he's gonna have them next to each other, center them on the desk. Yeah. And then you could hide the Alienware behind them. You could hide that Xbox. I'm not really sure what the point of the Mac and that is. But a lot of stuff could be hidden behind those monitors and then cleaned up. But
yeah, I mean,
it's a lot of potential.
Oh, for sure. And that's the thing. I know some people are saying that I'm being a little hard on him, but honestly, when you're 12 and you're being spoiled, you should also be taught how to treat your things, with respect. There are people that wish they could have exactly what you have, and here he is, just the desk is a mess. And I should definitely clean it up. And the desk itself is very odd. It's a very weird desk.
It is a very weird desk. I'm not a big fan of glass desk because I had one and it was dirty all the time.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't even imagine for him. It's probably worse. I mean, it's just, it's a weird desk. I definitely think he should be centered. The secondary mouse pad and all that stuff should be, out of there. You should get a laptop stand, clean off the desk completely. There should be nothing else on there. Personally, I do have my ultra wide side by side. And it's great for me because they're curved, which is one thing that plays to my favor, but also, I get the way that they're set up. I could see the whole thing, and I have the crazy workflow, usually a Premiere Pro on one side and all that stuff. But he's 12, and I can't really see what he'd be doing. I don't know what he's up to. But again, when you're 12, you could still be a badass doing great things. It's just when I see a setup like this, I don't think that's the scenario going on here. And it just needs to be cleaned up. And you know what, dude? You're 12 and you have this. I can't wait to see what it looks like when you're 16,
Oh, I'm sure it'll look really good.
Yeah. So do you have any final thoughts for him?
Yeah, I think you should get that brown box down there and just sweep off the right side, and you'll be good to go. Yeah,
just throw everything out. Just put it in that box and get it out of there. I agree, though. Like, I always tell people, just take your arm to the left side and then completely push everything off to the right, and then you'll be good to go. But yeah, all right, let's go to the next setup submitted by Joshua, who is a college student studying graphic design and video editing. This is his current setup, and he's looking for suggestions. So knowing that he's in college, how old do you think he is?
Say he's graphic design. 20.
He's 21, so yeah, right around that age. And it's funny because I would think that this is more so a younger person setup compared to the last two that we saw.
Right. Yeah.
And it's weird how that works. But initial thoughts, do you like the placement of everything? Do you think the cable management's good? What are your thoughts?
I think he did a really good job because it looks like he's going to utilize every bit of space that he has for the schoolwork and that. And yeah, I think knowing that he's a graphic designer, I think as always an ultra wide would be good.
Oh yeah.
But being in college, that's probably not in the budget, so I think he's doing really good with what he's got.
Yeah, for sure. And the cable management, if you look in the second photo, is really nicely done. Nice Signum. I mean, yeah, people argue the Signum isn't quote unquote cable management as much as it's just, a place to shove all your cables so they're not on the floor. And guess what? That's fine because it works in this scenario. And it's good. There's nothing on the floor, and he's got the subwoofer cable going up the back leg, which is really, really nice. My one thing, I use that same desk in the corner, and I'm able to fit my double ultra wide, everything like that. But I think for a display of that size, that's too far back. Like, that's really far back. And I definitely think it should be closer, especially if you're focused on graphics. You want to be able to see it. It's not like you're just reading some stuff and just whatever the hell you're doing. I would want that to be a little bit closer, and definitely a monitor upgrade down the road is something that should be thought about.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think though he should do to, because there's really no personality in this setup, what do you think he should do to kind of fix that?
I think he should get a poster and just put something up on that right wall there. Don't do anything to the left because there's a window, it'll throw it off. Just don't do that. But put like a poster up or something on the right wall. Maybe an extended mouse pad instead of the little one with the wrist.
Yeah.
The wrist guard there. And I mean, I think I like the setup, but like you said, the monitor is definitely too far back. Like, I sit very close to mine, and mine's ultra wide, so it's just...
It's funny, someone just said it's like 10 football fields away, and that's what it feels like. It's like so far back.
Yeah.
And you definitely need it closer. Some people are saying he should get more monitors. I mean, yeah, some people like the primary focus on one display, but it's really up to you. And yeah, definitely things like headphone stand, blah, blah, blah. Simple things like that, but I definitely think he killed the whole simplicity thing. It's very straightforward. Out of sight, out of mind is beautiful here. Great work, but I don't really have anything else to say unless you do.
No, yeah, the headphone stand's a big thing, too. But other than that, I think he's doing really good with what he has and being in college and that, so.
Agreed. Yeah. All right, next setup of the day is submitted by Malik. I think that's how you say it. He said, here's my setup. I made the desk myself at work, so I guess he does something with like woodworking or whatever. Let's see. He's planning on getting rid of the 23.6-inch and 24-inch screens to get two more 32-inch of the one that he has in the middle. So he wants to, have a little bit of continuity there. And then he also said he's he's taking the carpenter education, whatever the hell that means. So how old do you think he is?
We'll do 20.
20. He's 21. So yeah, it's funny that's been the theme. It's 12, 12, 21, 21. And it's weird, in his original email he said he was 22, so I don't know if he went back in time or what happened there.
Yeah, maybe he just decided not to be 22.
Yeah, he's like, you know what, that's too old, plus everyone talks about the Taylor Swift 22 song, so I'm just gonna go back to 21. So initial thoughts, we only have this one photo. What do you think?
It looks very bare bones.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just plain Jane.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got the huge displays, and that middle one, a friend of mine has that one, and it's a very nice, it's a TV, but it's really nice, but it's just, it's a very plain Jane setup. I think that the flight simulators, they could go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, he could, build a drawer or something.
I was going to say that, he has the ability to do it. I don't know why that wasn't thought about with the desk right off the bat.
Right.
But yeah, that's definitely something he should do. And it's kind of weird, that he's using the Apple keyboard.
Yeah.
And it has a Minecraft sticker on it, which is weird. But I mean, I was a little weirded out by that. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. He built the desk. He knew what he wanted. I do feel like, though, since he built it, he should have kind of thought about it a little bit more, because he does plan on getting 2 more of those 32-inch TVs. Yeah. And that's going to take up a lot of room. And then
it's going to take up the whole desk.
Yeah. and those, the PC for sure is not going to fit. That's going to have to go underneath. And the flight sim stuff, like you're saying, that's going to have to go, because that's going to cover the displays. I don't think it was really thought through enough. I think he definitely should have took a step back and be like, okay, how is this gonna work? And then I hopefully he builds a stand for I don't know if those are Vesta compatible, the main display. Yeah. But I think that would look nice if they were all up on something to kind of clear some room. Otherwise, it's going to all be on top of the mouse pad, and it's just going to be kind of like a mess. But I don't know. Does it look like he's at a dorm?
It looks like he's in a workshop almost.
Yeah.
Because the floors, it looks like a concrete floor almost, unless that is carpet. But I don't know. I think it almost looks like he's in his own workshop or something.
Yeah, it's very odd, especially those windows. I don't know. Maybe he's at school or at work or whatever. Maybe. But yeah, I definitely think more thought should have went into the desk. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say. It's such a simple setup. There's no personality really. It's just blah, Yeah,
so. it's just another one with there could be potential there with that, it being his own custom desk. He could just do so much, and he just didn't.
Yeah, it's just very underwhelming. So instead of spending time on that, let's go to the next one, submitted by Mr. Shaky Legs. So I didn't make that up. That's actually a thing. So let's see. He does not say anything about himself, but I do have his age. So how old do you think he is?
He's got a lot of stuff. I'm going to go 19.
17.
Jeez.
Yeah, so 17, and I mean, just looking at the projector screen alone, I was like, okay, he's doing good. He's got the first thing that confused me was he's got the entertainment center on the far right. You can see that dude standing there. I don't know what's going on with that, but when you look closer at his actual setup, he's got a TV which looks like it's for consoles, and then the main displays.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of confused with how that works, because you would think you would have the gaming with the consoles over at the main entertainment setup, but then what is he doing with the TV on his desk? So what were your thoughts when you first looked at this?
I really liked it. He definitely used, it looks like every bit of space that he has. That room looks like it's huge.
Oh, yeah.
But I love the desk a lot. Really like his desk. Yeah, that screen doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but other than that, I could definitely hang out in this room and watch some movies up on that overhead there.
Yeah, which is also another thing that I'm thinking about. why does he have a projector screen if he has an entertainment center, but he has a TV on his desk, but he has dual monitors on his desk? He's got so many places to watch things. It's like, what do you sit there and contemplate like, oh, what should I do tonight? Should I watch on the projector screen? Should I watch on the TV on the entertainment center, or the TV on my desk, or on my dual monitors? And I'm sure he probably never uses any of it. He probably just sits in front of his two displays and does that. It's like very confusing. He just gave himself so many different options. I mean, maybe I can't see where his bed is, so I doubt that TV's even, something he could see from his bed. Because he has that nice comfy chair, if you look in the bottom left, which looks pretty dope. It's got like a footrest and everything, so that's cool. But like, I don't get it. You got the big ass subwoofer in the left corner, which is probably for when you're watching on the projector. So I don't know. It's just a very confusing setup, but it is an insane room. It looks super like the hangout. It's like the hangout spot where everyone goes and they chill. And I mean, Netflix and chill headquarters right there. I don't know though. If this was your setup, what would you change? Is there something you don't like?
I'd clean it up a bit. Like, it seems like there's a lot of stuff like that TV he doesn't need. The dresser and stuff over on the bottom right could be cleaned up. It's just like there's so much in here that it's probably hard to keep track of everything.
Yeah, right.
Like the massive stack of games over here behind the TV. But I think it just needs really like cleaned up and maybe better utilization.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely like framing the posters. And he did lose a lot of points on cable management. Like you were saying, he's got those cables going on behind all those monitors and TV. And it's like, good underneath, but on top, not so much. And definitely props on the countertop as the desk. Definitely a great choice. Visually looks amazing. And it also gives you ton of real estate, which is great. Overall, really amazing setup. So much potential. That's like the theme here. It's like so much potential, just not done perfectly. Close enough. But do you have any final thoughts for him?
No, just clean it up. That's about it.
All right, next one. We're going into the jungle to see this setup submitted by Matt. He said that he's been watching the show since around episode 40. It inspired him to clean up his setup and all the crap that he had going on. He lives in Pennsylvania, plays football, he wrestles. He broke his arm in middle of the wrestling season and couldn't game for months. Oh, that blows. Let's see. He lives in good old America, and he funded the whole entire setup by himself through lawn work and jobs around the house, Christmas money, blah, 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 blah stuff. And he said it cost him about $3,000. So some people are like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So anyways, how old do you think he is?
He said he wrestles, plays football. But you said he didn't have a job. He just did like lawn work and that.
Yeah.
15.
14.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. You have one more chance after this to get it
I know.
right.
Maybe I'll get that next one.
Yeah. So, man, my first thing when I looked at this was, where's the setup? And then I was like, oh, it's behind all the freaking leaves. I mean, what the hell are those? That can't be real. Those aren't real. Are they real? They're not real.
No, those aren't real.
They look awful. Yeah. I mean, if they were real, I would say, okay, it's kind of cool. Like, maybe he gave birth to this tree, and he's every day he puts a certain amount of water into it, and he rubs the branch, and he's like, I love you, tree. But with this, it's like, they're fake. What the hell? What? I mean, I would say trim it, but you bought it like that. You knew it was going to look like that. I mean, I don't understand the thought process behind that. It's just a very confusing setup. I mean, I got something in my throat. Jesus. It's like the back wall is epic, and then you're just covering how cool it is with these big ass. I mean, and they're both different. The ones on the left are like faded white, and then the ones on the right are like super green. What are your thoughts on the jungle being in his room?
I hate it. I hate it so much. I really do.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like, that's meant for like a living room corner far away from everything else usually, or outside if you don't feel like planting anything. Just get a fake tree. Yeah,
it's funny. Some people are saying he's doing it for the color, like to make it pop. And like, I get that, but goddamn, don't buy like a ginormous tree.
Right, like IKEA sells small fake plants that you can get.
Yeah, put it on your desk, put it on a shelf. I know if you go into like a craft store, they have similar things to what he bought, but they're not, 70 feet tall. You get them a lot smaller, and, it would look a lot nicer. I definitely think that's the first thing that needs to be done. But aside from that, what did you think about like the shelving on the wall and the shelving unit to the right side? What did you think of all of that?
I like the shelving on the wall besides the fact that there's not much on those big shelves. Like the graphics card takes up all of that little shelf, which makes sense, but then you have the one with the little Chinese dog and then the red car, but there's not much of a theme either. That was when I first looked at this, I was like, there's not much of a theme with the shelves there. There's just kind of random stuff. And then over here on the right, he's got all of his books, which makes a lot of sense, and then it looks like he just uses it to, like, he gets in his room and just tosses stuff up there.
Yeah. Agreed. And then if you look under his desk, for his subwoofer, he didn't want to put it on the floor, so he decided to take some textbooks and just say, all right, that works. Yeah. A little weird. And then if you look at his cable management, could be better. Could be better, for sure. But, he did do some things where he got the netting. And Tom, if you go to the last photo. Yeah, you can see he has the netting. What did you think about his cable management?
I think that it could be a lot better. Like, just stuff needs to be moved around so that he can hide cables.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, I know he wants to show off his PC, and by the way, I love that case.
Oh, it's so good.
A lot. It just makes builds look very good. But, yeah, like, I know you want to show off the PC, but if you would get rid of, like, your 2 trees in your room, you could probably put it on your desk and maybe move the mic so that all your wires are able to be routed correctly.
Agreed. Yeah, and if you go to the second photo, I mean, don't get me wrong, this setup is great. It's really, it's awesome. It's just few things like the shelves above are a little too empty. Totally agree with that. The trees need to go. Cable management needs to be fixed. And just a little bit, like maybe an hour of cleaning, and this thing will be 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you have any final thoughts for Matt?
Get rid of your trees. Cut them down. Get them out of there.
Do some landscaping, kind of mow the lawn. Because he says he does a lot of lawn mowing. You know, you should know that those trees look awful. Anyways, final setup of the day submitted by Ben. Ben says, hi, I watch your show all the time. I like to play games on my setup and watch movies. And my mom bought most of my stuff. So good for you. Good for you. It's okay to say that your mom bought your stuff because you're how old? How old do you think he is?
Damn it.
Last chance.
13.
Oh, God. Are you sure? Is that your final answer?
14.
What? You're going to change to 14?
Yeah.
Okay, he's 13.
Oh, damn you.
Oh, it actually worked. I didn't think you were going to change. Normally, whenever I say, do you want to change, they just say, no, I'm firm in my answer. But yeah, sorry about that. I didn't think you were actually going to change. Yeah, so that sucks. All right, guess you're never on the show again because you keep getting it wrong. Anyways, initial thoughts. What did you think of this setup?
I really like it. This is definitely one of my favorite ones. I think he did a very good job with everything he has. It's all spread out. From the picture, you can tell that like the mic, it looks like it's blocking the screen, but obviously you can just move that out of the way. Cable management is great. I love that he put a USB hub down in the bottom right corner of his desk. Yeah. That was very smart. Yeah, I think he did a very good job with this, and he's got everything he needs to be able to just sit down and say, all right, I'm ready to game.
Yeah, and it's super clean. Like, just it follows that blue theme really, really nice. Definitely would take the mic stand and, clamp it a little bit more to the left because it is in front of, like, I know you could just slide it, but it would also just look visually a lot better if you were to do that. I like that he has the headphone stand on the top left, but then he has the headphones underneath that are mounted, so when he's just casually listening to any kind of music instead of gaming, he can grab those. And
they're not Beats, they're Bose.
Which is called quality.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely prefer Bose over Beats, 100%. And look, that's also a nice case right there. Huh? Is that the same case? It's got like the same kind of
the
handle.
It's the Corsair case, but I don't know which one it is.
It's nice for sure. And this is a setup where the PC fits on the desk and it makes sense and it's not in the way of anything and it looks good. Simplicity with the single monitor setup, really, really great. The only thing I could really complain about with this setup is that there's no, besides the blue, I like the blue, right. There's got to be something above. You know what I mean? So what would you do to make this, the theme a little bit more like in your face?
Definitely get some posters or something, like maybe a shelf. Like if he gets like some pop vinyls or something, get like a shelf over to the left. Since he's right up on the wall, he could put something on the left right there. And maybe put some pop vinyls there and then maybe some posters of whatever he likes. Frame them, of course. But
yeah,
I really do like this setup. I think he did a very good job.
Yeah, and like you said, cable management is really good. The thought of having the USB hub in the bottom right corner is a great idea, and the cables are just really great. And people complain about the keyboard and mouse cables. I don't think it's a big deal at all.
No.
I think it works. It's great. You don't want to do anything permanent to the desk. That's good. Don't do it. You don't have to. Really, just great setup. Props to you, especially at the young age of 13. This is an amazing setup. Great job. And that's it. Any final thoughts?
No, I think this one is definitely one of the best ones of the day.
Yeah, for sure. So here we go. Going through the scores, Adam got a 68. Monty got a 60. Joshua got a 78. Malik got a 71. Shaky, still weird that he calls himself that. 82 in second place. Definitely a lot of potential there. Matt got a 78. Another setup with tons of potential. They all have potential, of course, but definitely that one. Those last three could have like really high scores. And then Ben got first place with an 85. Theme is where he lost the points for sure. So just some things that need to be looked at, and these people could really get amazing scores. So overall, it was a great episode. Definitely liked it. Craig, thank you for coming on, dude.
No problem. I always love to be here.
And again, guys, go check him out. Link to his YouTube and his Twitter, all that stuff down below in the description. Go send him some Flamingo Squad love. And that's going to do it for this episode of Pimp My Setup. We'll catch you on the flippity flop.